played a handful of times in Explorer. It's one that I think is super reasonable. Last time we played this, we cut the Herald of Anguishes to try and go deep on Braids and some other cards from DMU like the Weatherlight. Overall, I found myself missing this card. It's very powerful as a top end of this archetype, so we're playing it again. Braids was good in a number of situations last time though, so we're still playing a pair of her. The crux of the deck is Oni-Cult Anvil and other cheap artifacts to get Herald out sooner, and then sack them for value and such. And of course, we had a Meathook Massacre tying the room together. Let's pop on into some games of Explorer with this and see how it goes. I really hate that when I delete the last deck I played in a queue, it gets rid of that queue from the recently played formats menu on the Play Blade. And so, as someone who shuffles through decks a lot, it makes my user experience significantly worse. It would definitely be ideal if all the formats I had played recently show up there, and if I get rid of the deck, if it would just like default to the next one or leave it blank and make me choose something. It adds so many more clicks to my experience. Red Black is good in Explorer. I mean, I don't think it's really fair to classify this deck in anywhere remotely the same way as the stock Red Black deck that's the best deck in the format at the moment. Like, what do these deck lists overlap? They both play Fatal Push. Sometimes the other one plays Meathook Massacre. They play Bloodtithe Harvester as an overlap. But by and large, they are pretty unique and different archetypes. Oh, I guess I should have left red up, huh? Wow, chat. They treated us like we were a liberal book in a red state. They put a big fat thing over our mouth and told us to shut up. We do this while they don't have 3 mana available to counter. You could have another Censor, so I guess we don't do Deadly Dispute here. It's really unfortunate we've drawn all of our Fatal Pushes here in a matchup where they just don't have text. Two plus 2 equals 4. That sounds like critical race theory to me. Excuse me? I mean, sure, but deal? Untapped land? Damn it. Untapped land off of this still lets us cast this, right? And then we're in a really good spot. Nailed it. This discards the last card out of their hand. Ooh, that's a good one to get. This card is so good, chat.
This isn't a fight. Time is much more malleable than people think. You know what? I'm not done.
People for Creature Land 2 here, unfortunately. Thank you. I think I'm still firing this up. I don't really want to draw a second Herald here, so... Need to take a shuffle. A fatal push here with that mana. 1/1. Alright, Teferi dies, which means this is about to make them discard a card. I think we just pass here, because I don't really want to play into a sweeper. If they draw a Supreme Verdict, they're kind of obligated to cast it. Play well, get rewarded, friends. So this Blood Fountain gets to pick back up Braids and Herald, which is kind of absurd. Alright, discard top. Think we board like that? I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quick. Bear me. Eight seconds to spare. It's a nice pickup. I think we just pass here. But the plan being shatter your portable hole, make you discard a card. And then if they counter this, we untap and go blank them. We had 3 sponsored segments for Genshin. I believe our playthrough up on YouTube is currently at 9 parts now. And I've been playing in a bunch off stream as well. The game is genuinely a lot of fun. It's really, really well done. It honestly might be one of the highest quality pieces of video game software I've ever touched. It's nice. I know they make piles of money, but it's nice to see a company that makes piles of money reinvest that back into a quality product. Because that's definitely not always the case, he says, as he clicks OK on Magic Arena.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide it with water. You are not much of a roadblock. I have got new moves to teach you.
Nice. Okay.
let your blade do the talking. Strike fast and strike hard.
Blood Fountain is so good in these grindy matchups.
Guards, to me.
Let's go sack another land here. Wow, they sacked a land, sure.
Remember your training.
The extra Harvester here is actually kind of good. Because it lets me kill this, and then I can attack both of these into the Emperor. I guess this lets them trade the Emperor for the Braids next turn if they want, but I think I'm okay with that. Or they just have another one here. I would actually wager, Carafe, that the libraries for controller support on Android are very different than libraries for controller support on iPad. That type of hardware level interface tends to vary drastically platform to platform. Alright, so we finally got their Planeswalker off the table. They unfortunately have enough lands to cast a copy of Farewell here. Need to try and kill them before that happens, I suppose. I'm leaving the blood token here because this way, if they draw a Supreme Verdict, I'm able to have an artifact and going with the anvils again. deck's definitely much better with Herald in it. Card's been super impressive in all of our games. This is another one of those decks that every time we play it, it feels good, and I'm surprised it doesn't see more play on the ladder. I will say, I really dislike the fact that every time we play this deck, people draw comparisons of it to the opponent's archetype. This deck really couldn't be further from their deck in terms of how it plays out. Our overlap is literally Bloodtithe Harvester and Bloodtithe Harvester and Fatal Push is just a good removal spell. The decks play out incredibly differently.
You know, I think you look better as a corpse. We all have things we'd rather forget.
No quill like you will serve me well.
Trade off for the Sorin. And then this Herald of Anguish, choose the last card out of their hand. So our friend.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Blood for knowledge. A fair trade.
I really
Wallow in darkness.
To escape Kroxa this term, that's not too big of a deal. I think we race that with the tokens and the 5/5.
drop it.
Liliana the Veiled is really not great against us. Hey, if I draw untapped land, we can actually kill the Kroxa with the Herald, right? This is a little weak to second Liliana off the top, but I think I like this line. Oh, I could have played the Blood Fountain and improvised with it. That's a good call. I definitely missed that. And that would put us in a spot where even if they drew a Liliana, we'd be fine, right? Because we'd have a grindy. I appreciate you shouting that out.
Fine. I'll take my
brain hasn't played this deck enough to have that as a mental shortcut. That 1-mana artifacts are free with Herald. It's actually a really big mistake, as it would have been artifacts in play for Oni-Cult to work with this turn. So Liliana would no longer be an out, but it is for them currently. One card in their bin away from escaping. We'd have killed him this turn if I had played better.
Happy free to help, but I'm taking the credit when we win. Ah, one of your friends has to leave.
We'd have won this game if I had played better, chat. We might still win. It's a good draw. We're in an okay spot to potentially still win here, but we're further behind than we should be.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Oni-Cult only makes 1/1s on my turn, chat. That's fine. We snuck it out despite our poor play. Could have sacked Herald for another drain. Couldn't. This only sacrifices artifacts, chat. Reading the card explains the card, chat. Like K-Command to grind a little bit here. Usually I trim a couple of epicures for an individual low quality card. That's all we do. I think this matchup's pretty reasonable for us. That game wouldn't have been nearly as close as it was if I had played better. Someone asked, you've been liking Genshin a lot, are you going to try and run another promo for it? I mean, that's not how those types of things work, Cordemi. I plan to keep playing it on stream, but no, I don't think we'll have like a direct referral link again anytime soon. If you're thinking of checking it out because you've been watching me play some more, just check it out. Alright, they're stuck on lands, but it doesn't mean they have 6 spells in their hand, but double synthesizer here is a nice way to grind through some card advantage. Was an unfortunate pickup. I think I just chill for now. Because I don't want to play another synthesizer and hit one of our good 3-drops like a Braids and not be able to cast her. Wow, that's punishing. Have you played mobile Genshin at all? Yeah, almost all of my off-stream Genshin is played on mobile. It feels very good. Might be a little aggressive, but my deck doesn't use a lot of lands, and I definitely get to draw a card here and drain them.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when... I've always hated crowds.
I use the on-screen controls. need a third creature land. I think I'd rather have untapped lands.
Don't overthink things.
Ditch the Hive here. This is kill your Lily. Grab my Braids back.
Sorry, I'm not interested in dying today.
I think I'm doing this and binning another land. It's close though. Sacking the treasure in a land puts us further off the Heralds is the not great thing here. They discarded nothing.
Something suspicious is and for sacrifices must
Yeah, shoot.
be
I'm
made.
gonna lose this game. My sacks to the lands on the Braids might have been a little too aggressive. This is where I would redirect my damage to their Planeswalker if I was allowed to. Just kind of punished again for sacrificing my lands aggressively to Braids. It could be a draw that pulls us back in here long term. We'll see. Have a Herald to discard to Liliana. And then if we draw an untapped land for this Meathook, we get to clean the board out. I'm cashing this into game 3. I can't block with Herald because then their Bloodtithe... Oh, I guess they double sack their Harvesters to kill my Herald here, huh? And that probably means we're dead, even if we draw the land. I guess we clear the board... Yeah, so I had a lot of... One of the things that's fun and bad about this deck when you mess them up is there's a lot of micro decisions in it. And I definitely flubbed a few of our micro decisions that game. Just got like the Planeswalker and stuff, chat. I'm gonna go to game 3, okay? Let's shake it off. I'm a little annoyed with my choices that I made. Maybe my creature line clears with the Planeswalker. We're not 0% there, but I wasn't really having fun. I was annoyed with the choices that I made, so I'm gonna move along to the next one. Turn this treasure token into a card. It could be right to play this out too. Means having a third point of toughness here is great. I guess playing the Epicure out is better if they would have had a Liliana. So maybe I should take that line. It was a good thought. How do we feel about a Meathook for 0 here? Okay, I think I'm into it. Sacrificing that, triggers revolt. I think we're cycling the Meathook Massacre this turn. It's another reason to play it out early. Yes, Epicure is sitting there making us better against Liliana. It is great. Alright, I know I regretted it last game, but I think this is a start sacrificing lands to Braids. Oh, got 6 in play and 3 more in hand.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come.
Got me.
One of your friends has to leave. Fine. I'll take my zombies and leave.
We're gonna save this other Meathook for... I guess I should have attacked for 5. We'll save this other Meathook for, after this flips out. Oh, that flips the wolf over. I think I might be cashing in the Braids here too, actually. I think I'm just cleaning the board out. We're far enough ahead.
right? And you think you can win? Sacrifices must be made. Whatever. Luck favors the foolish, after all.
We do this, and then the creature lane, and that sets us up for lethal next turn. And continue to tread water a little bit. Ooh, piece of candy. I think worked out better than I expected, chat. We could use Herald for 2 to sack the Synthesizer on the Wolf. And then keep the Braids. Ooh, that's a good line, R-Jams. Good shout. That's fine. Obviously, I'd prefer if we had an untapped red on 1, but I think it's definitely good enough to keep. I think we'll Oni-Cult on 2 and Epicure Dispute on 3. Hey, thanks for the 3/4 of a year, Johnner. Good afternoon. Sack the blood token to the Oni-Cult Anvil and then pass here, because there's a chance they have Stomp, and if they go to Stomp one of my 1/1s, I want a Deadly Dispute to kill the Bone Crusher. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, ha! We got 'em! Ha! So long, friendo. Take that, Eldred.
One of your friends has to leave. A delay, nothing more.
All the Explorer matches been red-black mirrors. I don't know how many times I have to repeat today that this is not a mirror match. In fact, you will be a better Magic the Gathering player if you can figure out why that's the case. I can't tell you the number of times people pop up in a comment somewhere, and they'll be like, I'm playing the exact same deck as you, except these 16 spells are different, but they're the same colors, and it's just like, that's actually not remotely the same deck, and if you think that way, it's like, probably shows your experience with the game. Our opponents have mostly been playing this red-black mid-range deck, while we have been playing this red-black sacrifice deck. Yes, that is an accurate assessment of the format so far today. You're like the 12th person to come in and make that same statement. It's not just you. I get synth for free. So the synth for free is not free here, because if the synth hits anything other than a land, I likely won't be able to cast it. So I'm intentionally not playing the synth out because I want to be able to cast whatever card flips off of it. What would be the target ban for the Rakdos deck? Fable of the Mirror chat. In fact, if you really want a distinction on why these decks are distinct from each other, Fable of the Mirror versus not is a big deal. Also, I think I made a mistake last turn. I think I should have sacrificed the blood token to make a 1/1 instead of my 1/1, so that way I had 2 creatures insulating me against a Liliana Edict. So let's open on synth this turn as our first play. Drop the land. Go target you, sack the synth, draw another card. We might want to play. No, I don't think we want to play Fable the Mirror. I think we have enough card selection between Synthesizer and Deadly Dispute. And playing Fable of the Mirror makes our synthesizers worse because it puts more 3-drops in our deck that won't be able to cast consistently after we synthesizer. Yes, this deck loves its low curve for sure. What if we just continue killing all of their things with our Herald of Anguish activation? This thing's like taking 3 cards out of their hand, it's murdered their board. It's got a lot going for it. Alright, and that block means a single Herald trigger puts Graveyard Trespasser into the place it's trying to trespass. Got him. Our red-black board plan's pretty straightforward. 2K command in, 2 Epicure out. Run it. We should put Black Lotus in this deck. It's a low-cost artifact that synthesizes with our sack strategy. I mean, that's all true. Their sideboarding plan is probably a little bit more involved than ours. Hey, thanks for dropping off the Bezo bucks, Bren. Hope your Tuesday's going well. I want this on 1 rather than a guaranteed 2 on 2. Playing this on 2 on the draw probably just gets stomped anyways. And this play has the upside where if we spike the untapped land, we just get to, like, have our cake and eat it too. Let the greed consume us. Even if this hits a spell that's, like, clearing a card that's not a land at least. Nailed it. Never didn't have it. Magic is a skill-based game. Doo-da, doo-da. Magic is a skill-based game. Oh, the doodah day. Zax! Thanks for the 20 months. Afternoon. If I deadly dispute the Epicure and I draw an untapped land that are 3 cards, I can Herald next turn. That's also not great into a Liliana the following turn from them, though. I could just deadly dispute the blood token now to try and find like a 1 or a 2 mana play this turn. That's close. Forwarded for our decision making here. I think this is the right play most of the time. Yeah, for sure, I'll wins. Card games are popular explicitly because of that kind of variance being a thing that's possible. Alright, well, we're not blocking with the Epicures into a Trader Room yet. That sounds not great for us. Hopefully, they just can't interface with Herald, and we're going to put them in the ground with it. At a minimum, they're discarding a card here, because there isn't a 1 mana red-black card in the format that gets rid of this. Dismember is not legal here. I wonder if we're gonna see, like, Fatal Push, Liliana, Edict the Herald. That's probably good enough to beat us with the Kalitas in play. Rip Unholy Heat. Well, Unholy Heat was never Pioneer legal, at least. If we spike an untapped land next turn, we can Meathook for 4. sure this is a no block situation. I'm sorry, what?
I know who I am, and no one is telling me what to do.
Okay, well, at least they don't get a zombie token for this.
I've got a burning desire to finish you.
She's got a burning desire to finish us, chat. Guess we just take the last card out of their hands here, huh? The problem is, are we going to be able to win through an emblem? Not sure the answer to that question. Probably not. Maybe Meathook can gain us life if we find an anvil, but it's going to be an uphill battle from here for sure. Even with just one emblem.
Oh, looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
Take one every turn. Anvil's 2 life per turn with Meathook. We do have a lot of cards in our hand, yeah. At this point. Why do they make a zombie over a goblin? So they can sack the zombie to Kalitas to make it permanently larger. Hey, thanks for the 32 months, Nor. Appreciate it. Welcome back. That's a creature land, which is also scary. Okay, so I gotta finish that off.
I can always do better next time.
So I can Harvester. I can sack a blood to kill the reflection. And then we can dispute or activate Herald this turn still. So if they fire up Dead of the Bugbear, we'll kill that with Herald of Anguish before it attacks. Sacrificing the blood token and the treasure, obviously, for mana. I'm supposed to treat these here. Four is a little fast and loose. Does it right? The sad part is, no, we can't kill their board, save a treasure. I say we can kill their board with going down to the creature land, but minus X Kalitas and then Meathook. It can go up to 8 toughness, and then the creature land still gets us, unfortunately. That was a close game. I'm happy with our board plan. Yeah, both Kalitas and Shieldred there with none of our fatal pushes coming up. It was a big deal. Opponent going back to the drawing board. Not too surprising. They saw more of our deck. Our deck's a little bit off the beaten path. So making adjustments, 2 into 3s. Not too uncommon. Sand is not great. I think we bottom the Meathook. Fatal pushes hopefully help us keep alive, but needs a lot of help for sure. Hey, Silver Oak. Thanks for always checking out the sponsors when we have them. Appreciate it. This is a decent draw for us too, though, here. Gives us something to Deadly Dispute and get some cards turned in. Well, casually see 5 extra cards and miss our 4th land drop. No big deal. Just average day in the neighborhood. I should try Mana Weaving next time. That sounds correct. In response to the card draw, I'm gonna Fatal Push their Shieldred here so we don't lose 2 more life. Wait, why did it skip my attack? I like had priority, but then it skipped my... I don't think I clicked attack with nothing. Right? Because I was clicking on the bottom? Alright, I have no idea how Magic Arena just interfaced, but it wasn't good for us, to say the least. That's fine. We're dead here anyways. On to the next one. This deck plays a low-ish land count. We just, you know, also have like 16 cards that let us see more cards. And we draw a lot of cards every game. So like the low land count is fine in theory. If you run the math, it's reasonable. All right, glass half full. We don't have to worry about getting Divine Purged in this format. Glass half empty, temporary lockdown exists. Oof. My flyer's bigger than your flyer, neener, neener, neener. They discarded a Fateful Absence. Okay, just have another one. It's like, that's a strange one to discard when I just put a 5/5 into play. And doing this at Sorcery Speaks, I want the Oni-Cult Anvils to trigger here. I don't want to extend too much more, because Temporary Lockdown is definitely in the range of things our opponent could be playing, so I want to make sure I have gas in the tank for after that happens, if it's going to happen. Also use my lands to do this here at end of turn. And this lets us leave up 2 here, so we can sack the Clue or cast a Deadly Dispute. This guy's hilarious into White March, huh? They didn't use their castles. They checked out. Oh, they just have a farewell. Got it. Might have enough gas left over to play that. You don't have to tap the Clue to sacrifice it? Is that true? I thought all of these artifacts were tapped to activate. Blood's tapped to activate. Our Clue's not. Consistency's overrated. What's going on, Minrev? Thanks for the 14 months. Welcome back. Alright, I want to put them in a spot that just demands a sweeper again right away. It puts the farewell on the skin or else it gets the hose again. Yeah, I mean, we talked about leaving ourselves cards to play through their sweeper, and that's exactly what we did, right? think I want Kroxa here. It's close though, because they're exiling our graveyard. Ways to pressure their hand seems good. If I'm bringing in Kroxa here, I probably don't want it in my sideboard, so let's see if it's good here and if we want to cut it, I suppose. I mean, you won't find any argument for me that Farewell's pretty miserable. I think I bought him a discard spell here. I think it's important that I keep a number of proactive elements in my hand. Let's cast some creatures, Jeff. I'm fine to redraw that. Oh, you know what? I should Braids first to play around Censor. If Braids resolves when we get to end of turn with her, we're going to sacrifice the Epicure to play around Supreme Verdict to the best of our ability. I also want to keep the blood tokens in place, so that way Herald of Anguish is able to be cast next turn with an untapped land. I think we get the Epicure back here so we can have a guaranteed Herald cast next turn. Getting this in while they're tapped off of the vetoes in hand is also quite good. Tapped land, so pretty happy that we generated the extra artifact last turn. There's really no point in trying to eat their Deluge with the Hive, so I guess if they have Emperor, eating the Deluge with the Hive is good. Yeah, I deserve that.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose this game because I thought about that too late.
Get for hurting my people.
Should have made them choose between their Deluge and exiling my thing.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Did you miss the everything I just said for the last 2 minutes, Enzo? It sounds like you missed everything I just said for the last 2 minutes. Feel free to rewind. Game 3 on the play. Spots like that, I wonder if it's almost better to just, like, not attack with my Herald and just sit there and chew up their hand. just tough, because if I don't force the Emperor, they get to flash back their other thing that turn. They're getting to spend their mana regardless is not great for us. Tap the swamp there, just in case they try and portable hole this or something. We had someone do that earlier. Obviously, we're not sacrificing these proactively, because we want the artifacts in play for Herald of Anguish down the line. We're looking for a land tier, one mana artifact, also an acceptable hit. 2 mana artifacts, okay as well. Double Herald here is super clunky. Still 2 mana / artifacts away from improvising that. They're missing a 3rd land. They found it. Sometimes lucky. That's their 4th lane at least. Get that going for us. Alright, so next turn, 1 mana artifacts will be free to cast alongside Herald with the Improvise. Deluge here is appropriate. It's going to bury us underwater. I think I wait at least a turn on Go Blank. I think I just want to spend all my mana this turn. This is almost assuredly eating a counter spell, and then maybe the Go Blank resolves next turn. If they play a 6th land out, we're going to Go Blank next turn. If they don't play a 6th land out, I'm going to Herald of Anguish. The reason why the 6th land matters is because this means they're 1 turn off of being able to Deluge back. Although, that changes the dynamic, so I guess we're just Heralding now. Dream Trawler and Herald of Anguish trade kind of 1-for-1 in a really funny, awkward way. Fateful Absence? Or a March that they're pitching a card to? Yep, got me. Alright, so I can do this and also Herald of Anguish this turn still, which is nice. Herald at least keeps us a card parity here, just making them discard a card to match Dream Trawler's draw. We're gonna be in trouble if they have another way to get rid of this Herald though. Dream Trawler's gonna take off a little bit. What? They cycled? That seems incredible for us. Alright, I'm gonna draw first, because if we hit Thoughtseize, I want to lead on Thoughtseize before Go Blank. It must have a counterspell, right? It just seems so strange to me that they didn't just like hold up the deluge this turn and they cycle the lands. This is actually pretty good for us, right?
The people.
We get to take away every non-Emperor resource here. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. Take a chance on me. Do 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 do.
Trust me, you'll thank me later. Keep up the pace.
Keep watch for intruders.
Alright, so Implement of Combustion kills the Emperor. We're probably supposed to lead Kroxa. I guess we draw our card first, actually, huh?
Our swords will cross again.
Oh, I could have disputed the Kroxa. I don't think I want to do that. I think I'd rather get the Bloodtithe Harvester into play to have more things to pressure the Teferi. It's a pretty fitting blue-white control experience, though, that we literally took away all their resources, and then they top-decked Teferi.
You know what? I'm not.
They actually top-decked Teferi into Hullbreaker Horror?
Focused and disciplined. Encounter no. I have just the trick for this.
Hey, chat. We're not gonna deadly dispute while there's an Arisen in play. We'll prioritize leaving creatures in here because we do have copies of K Command in our deck.
Meditate and prepare.
Time for a break.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna play Genshin Impact for a little while. You people play this for fun? I mean, I stayed in that game until it was over. But what a just absolutely miserable gameplay experience. Misery incarnate.